The ring light flickered like it was breathing, bright, dim, bright, at the stroke of midnight. Kiara froze. She stood barefoot on the cool cement floor, phone balanced just right, lips pulled into a smile she had practiced 1,000 times. The kind of smile that hurt if you held it too long. Outside, the wind tore through the breadfruit tree and rattled the zinc fence. Somewhere in the darkness, something laughed, dry and sharp, like a stick snapping underfoot. Kiara told herself it was just the wind. The countdown appeared on her screen. 3, 2, 1. And just before she went live, a thought flashed through her mind. If they ever stop watching, who am I then? Before we get started, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, as each episode teaches a lesson worth remembering. Kiara lived in a small district on the edge of St. Thomas, where roads crawled like lazy snakes and news traveled faster than the morning bus. Everybody knew her mother, a strong woman who sold, saved and stretched every dollar until it begged for mercy. Kiara herself was known too, but never for beauty. People described her kindly. She's decent. She has a good heart. Nobody ever stopped talking when she passed. Nobody ever stared. Growing up, Kiara learned early that the mirror was not her friend. Her nose too broad, her teeth too big. Her skin never seemed to glow the way other girls did. She tried fixing it. Filters, angles, lighting. But the phone never lied for long. Online, it was worse. Every night, she scrolled TikTok until her eyes burned, watching Jamaican girls rise like fireworks. Faces smooth, bodies perfect, confidence spilling through the screen. Then came the foreign girls. Americans, Brits, Africans, all shining effortlessly. Millions of views, brand deals, a life that looked easy. Kiara didn't just watch them. She studied them. The way they tilted their heads, laughed without covering their mouths, moved like the world belonged to them. The comments worshipped them for doing nothing but existing. She tried copying it all, the poses, the timing, the jokes, but confidence looked borrowed on her, like shoes that never quite fit. Still, she posted, she danced, she talked, she tried humor, she waited. The likes came thin and slow, like a soup without dumpling. People watched, but they didn't stay. Her video slid past thumbs like she wasn't there. The hate didn't come loud. That would have been easier. It came quiet. Silence. One night, after a video barely crossed 50 likes, she stared at her reflection in the black phone screen and whispered, "If I was pretty, everything would change." The thought crept in soft, like it had been waiting. Go see him. Everybody knew who him was. The Obiaman lived past the abandoned cane field where the land dipped low and crickets stayed quiet at night. People said he could fix luck, bend eyes, twist desire. People also said whatever he gave never really belonged to you. Kiara told herself she wasn't desperate. Still, she went at dusk, when the light was weak and the air smelled like rain. His yard felt heavy, used, bottles half buried in dirt, mirrors turned face down, old bracelets tied to tree roots like offerings that had gone wrong. The Obiaman studied her in candle glow. His eyes were sharp and old, but he didn't smile. "You're tired of being unseen," he said. "I want to be beautiful," Kiara replied, her voice cracking despite herself. He reached into a calabash and pulled out a bracelet, beads bright as carnival, yellow, green, blue, red, black, strung tight, warm. When he placed it in her hand, it pulsed once, like it recognized her. "This won't change who you are," he warned. "It changes how people see you. Wear it when you face the camera. Take it off when you face yourself." He whispered words that crawled instead of flying. The candle dipped low, listening, and the change was instant. The first time Kiara put on the bracelet and went live, her face looked different. Not filtered, perfect, skin smooth, features sharp, eyes bright,
like they knew secrets. She gasped. The comments exploded. OMG. Who is this? Drop the skincare routine. A video flew. The next one burned brighter. Within days, Kiara became unrecognizable, not just online, but in the mirror. Men praised her. Women studied her. She was featured in The Gleaner and on CVM TV. Beauty blogs argued whether she was natural or blessed. Girls in Jamaica whispered her name. Girls overseas copied her look. Envy followed her everywhere. At home, a mother watched quietly. "You look different," her mother said one evening, eyes lingering on the bracelets Kiara never took off on camera. "Just confidence," Kiara replied quickly, but confidence had never done this. Fame didn't arrive loud. It crept in, notifications buzzing while she slept, DMs piling up faster than she could read, people arguing over her face like it belonged to them now. The bracelet grew heavier. Some nights, it dug into her wrist, leaving marks she couldn't explain. Other nights, she swore she felt fingers adjusting it while she slept. Still, she smiled on camera. Fame tasted sweet, too sweet. Without the bracelet, she felt plain again, invisible again. She stopped filming barefaced, stopped looking at herself without the glow. Still, it wasn't enough. Others passed her, bigger numbers, louder praise. The sweetness turned bitter. She went back. "You already have what you asked for," the Oberman said. "I want more," Kiara insisted. "I don't ever want to go back to how I was." The candle shook. More cost more. She agreed before fear could speak. After that, her eyes became frightening. Millions watched her lives. Arguments started over her beauty. Envy thickened the air, and so did something else. She couldn't sleep without her phone glowing. The ring light turned on like it was demanding attention. If views slowed, panic clawed her chest. Sometimes she had laughter in empty rooms. Other times, her reflection smiled before she did. Her mother noticed everything. One night, while Kiara showered before a big live, her mother saw the bracelet on the dresser. Loud, bright, wrong. She picked it up. When Kiara came out in her tightly wrapped towel, she reached for her wrist and froze. "Mommy, where is my bracelet?" Her mother met her eyes. "You don't need it. You don't understand." "I understand enough." Her mother said softly, "That thing don't love you, and you don't love yourself without it." The countdown waited as thousands had already tuned in. Kiara hesitated, then went live without it. At first, the comments slowed. "She looks different. Is the lighting?" The ring light flickered. Cold filled the room, shadows stretching too far. Her reflection lagged, just a second behind. Then it smiled wider than she did. Something leaned close behind her. The screen went black. The fall was quick. Brands disappeared. Followers vanished. Whispers turned cruel. The same people who praised her now laughed. Kiara confessed everything to her mother, who held her while she cried, not for the fame, but for how much she had hated herself before it. They buried the bracelet deep in the earth, like a lie that had done enough damage. Kiara deleted the app, turned off the ring light, and learned slowly to sit with her real face again. The silence was loud, then gentle, and so the story travels, from yard to yard, island to island, that beauty borrowed will always demand payment, that loving yourself is the only shine that lasts, and that all that glitters isn't gold, especially when it asks you to forget who you are. If you enjoyed this story and the lesson behind it, subscribe so these stories can keep traveling from yard to yard, and pass it on to someone who needs to hear it.